told us that time he was here. But you know, stomach ulcer is a serious health issue. Yes. So that day, of course, if there is medicine, if they come and prescribe medicine for him for 14 days, they will just bring like for 8 days or weeks. 8 days, they won't bring again. That sometimes you feel like, as that stomach ulcer, you feel like he opens his mouth, you hear the smell of his mouth, his stomach from his mouth. And during the time, yeah, that was the treatment. And he seriously needed medical attention. When he said like this, we know what to do. And what we did is the right thing, the way we did it. It's not the first time we are, no matter how simple the sickness is, we must take it seriously.
Listen to the people who could not, who sold Onyendu out in Kenya, claiming that the way to show concern is to start raising propaganda that Onyendu has been poisoned. How would the people who is holding Onyendu take anything they are doing serious because they are working with them? You wake up one day and then you begin to shout, Onyendu has been poisoned. Meanwhile, it is not true. What are you trying to achieve? Then the people holding Onyendu, we know that all of you who have sold Onyendu, you are just as useless as anything. There is no credibility in your statement. There is no integrity. There is no credibility in whatever you shout on social media. And we expect that when you say Onyendu has been poisoned, international community will listen to criminals who have nothing to substantiate the claim. Just come to social media. You start writing, Onyendu has been poisoned. When behind the door, they themselves know that nothing like that happened. It is a sabotage against Onyendu. We know how to fight Nigeria government, and we are fighting Nigeria government in the right way. Not coming, you can't do anything. You see, you are underground. The next thing you do is to come to social media, come to Radio Biafra, and start shouting, Onyendu has been poisoned. We know about the poison. If they are planning to poison Onyendu, we are aware of that, they can do it. But this man came to post on social media that Onyendu has been poisoned. Now they are aware, you know how they do claim they are, I'm branch, this one. Claim that Onyendu has been poisoned. I countered it. Many people countered it. Onyendu siblings countered it. Onyendu is sick. Everybody knows Onyendu is sick. And we're hammering on it. But why would you come to public, a whole Onyendu, you are shouting, Onyendu has been poisoned, though. We are aware. They had a meeting. I want Biafrans to listen to the confession, how this man arrived at Onyendu has been poisoned. He said, if the prescribe...
So, Biafrans, as you can see, the camera is doing me somehow. But no matter what, we must deliver the message we have come to deliver. There are angels' voices we need to bring to your notice. Even to the shape of this camera, it colludes very, very well to the kind of message I want to play. Some people say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has made some mistake. And we say that Nnamdi Kanu is the Jesus of our time. And from here, we have to let you people know. Some other people.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
This is critical analysis. Put yourself together and join this conversation. Deep ones. Intellectuals are
being
analyzing Nnamdi Kanu, DOS, and Simon Ekpa. If you put yourself together, you will get exactly what you need to restore Biafra.
Associating or exchanging mind with great men. There is a saying that says iron sharpens iron. I think I've been sharpened so much by the reason of listening to great minds. People who understand the advantage, the dividend of being independent. The Bible said the truth shall make you free. The truth shall make you free. It is beyond the truth, have gone beyond setting you free. Because Jesus have already, he is a pesetter. He have already set us free by the reason of transaction. There is a transaction happened, which the church is making a remembrance of it since, I think it's since, okay, from today night. What transpired on the cross. The Bible says we all went to cross with him. We were all nailed together on the cross. The time he was lowered in the grave, we all together we are lowered in the grave with him. The day he resurrected, we resurrected in the newness of life. That was why when you have Christ, you do not have sukkah, you have zoe. Sukkah is a life human being. The life we all got when we came into the world. The life we came into the world with is called sukkah, because it's a life we got from the life our fathers has by the reason of sperm that was said somewhere.
You know,
let me
Biafrans,
stop so far. I have a medical student understood where I'm going. Regards to
so Biafrans who is watching, we are 555 Vision, bringing this gospel from every dimension that will penetrate this information to the people. Critical analysis, critical thinkers. These are the people we bring to our own program. When they bring out voice notes, we will make sure we bring it to mankind, for mankind to understand. There are people who is still supporting DOS. There are people who is still saying that DOS is doing underground job. But nobody can stand and say that he is DOS. Every member of DOS is hidden. And I wonder how a visible man will be defending a hidden man. Are you getting it? Now, you people have seen how Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa have been touring all over the world looking for connection and contact on how to liberate Biafra. So now, some of our critical thinkers has come to give us some link and educate those people that doesn't even know their left from their right, supporting DOS. Those kind of people DOS will bring out on the street and call them out for protest. These are the people, the educated ones, the critical thinkers are educating. When we bring out voice note here, you will know that this is something you should share. This is something you should let some people know. So for this reason, we go on. Those writing comments, David, I greet you so much. Share this message so it can get to every other person. Wisdom, it comes every day. Wisdom, you acquire wisdom every minute of the day. So for this reason, no one is above learning. There are people that knows how to teach. And for this reason, we go on.
With this particular voice, I love what you said. The person of Jesus. I said there is many audios. I said Nnamdi Kanu is the savior of this dispensation. I'm not trying to equate Jesus Christ with Nnamdi Kanu, but I didn't need to say it out because Jesus functioned in his own plane. Nnamdi Kanu functioned. They didn't function in both planes. But Christ, while he was on earth, he has only 3 years ministry. After growing as a big boy, 30 years, he ran a ministry of 3 years. His ministry finished. He went back where he came from because Jesus Christ is a word of God that made manifest. Now, I look at Nnamdi Kanu as savior in this dispensation. You see, when you watch the activities of Jesus Christ on earth, during his 3 years ministry, there is no difference with what Nnamdi Kanu is doing now. I can authoritatively say Nnamdi Kanu is a replica of what Christ Jesus did on a planet Earth. He has already left. He ascended to heaven. The Bible said those who witnessed when he was ascending, the Bible said to an extent they couldn't behold the man they were seeing. The crowd of glory took him away. The crowd of glory accepted him off their eyes. That particular one stops there. That was the witness we have in the Bible. Because Bible is an account. Bible is an account. Bible is a chronicle of events. A lot of events that happened were chronicled in the Bible. So it was called Bible. It was called Bible by the reason of people who met it then. Then we have a lot of rethink and understood that Bible is an account. Because what we had then was scroll. You know, during your graduation, that everybody have a scroll. When we are all well completed, you are about to celebrate your BSc, every other time, we all have scrolls. That scrolls is an information impacted to you from that institution you went to, where you had a lot of series of lecture. You were tutored under a lot of great brains, great philosophers, great professors, great minds. You were tutored. You were discipled. You become a discipline of many courses. That was why after many years, you will sit and write your project for you to defend what you were disciples over. After it, the school now satisfy you by you graduating out of the school. They now satisfy you with a certificate. You have your certificate and also a scroll, something that was wrapped was given to you. It's an evidence. It's a proof that there is a record of a lot of information they believe you acquired from this particular organization, and they are so much happy sending you ads for you to go and display what you have learned. Nnamdi Kanu, simultaneously, that is what Nnamdi Kanu did. He has his apostles, he has his disciples. You see, there are 3 or 4 different size of a butterfly before it what's it called, metamorphose. Before butterfly metamorphose to become butterfly, it passes through levels, ladder and other things. You see, the disciples of Nnamdi Kanu called the DOS, the disgrace and disappointed Nnamdi Kanu. These people is a monumental failure.
Listen, DOS is a monumental failure. Listen, this analysis we are bringing to you from 555 Vision, it is because it has been analyzed. When someone speak like you, when someone speak according to how you are thinking it, then it will mobilize you to come out and make it public. Because Nnamdi Kanu is the Jesus of our time. It was 555 Vision that made that statement for the first time. That Nnamdi Kanu is the Jesus of our time. In 2014, when we say this thing, those people, those pastors, and those people that have been jealous of Nnamdi Kanu, they begin to call us all manner of names. They begin to call us all manner of idiots. Today, there is someone who is analyzing how Nnamdi Kanu become the metamorphose of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ came to his own form and he praised his own message. 3 good years, then he descended to where he come from. But Nnamdi Kanu came to his own form and he let his own followers that will follow him to carry this gospel, which this guy here now, this angel here say, Simon Ekpa is not a disciple, but an apostle. When you people knows that how these pastors preach Peter Obi, if all these pastors you see that promoted Peter Obi, If these pastors could remove jealousness out of their life and out of their body, and they preach the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu the way we have been calling on them since 2014. Pastors, turn your camera, turn your ideology, and they preach the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think that Igbo people market and Igbo people businesses will be burning in Lagos today? It is impossible. That will never work. If all these pastors that promoted P2B could remove jealousness, envy, and greed on Nnamdi Kanu, and they carry the gospel of Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra would have been free by now. Black people must have been free all over the world today. Listen, I'm just putting on some gasolina inside what this angel says here.
DOS, let me not saturate, because some people are still there. I did not know why they are there, mixing up with wrong crops. I did not know why some of them were there, mixed up with some of those crops, accepted to be diluted, accepted being hypnotized wrongly. I don't know. Some of them that has God to just leave that particular office called DOS. But some people whom by reason of following Nnamdi Kanu over 10 to 8 to 10 to 15, 20 years, these people are monumental failure. They are program failures. These people have failed. Now, why do I say they have failed? Sir, you just said something. Do you know Nnamdi Kanu know all these people? The Bible say, if this spirit be in you, Bible say, if this spirit be in you, you will do as much as I have done. Bible said, the word I speak unto you, they are life and they are spirit. Do you know, Nnamdi Kanu was busy talking to these men, educating them, discipling them, doing a lot of things, but their hearts are evil. Do you know, why do we go to church? We go to church for we to be renewed. The way you renew your driving license, if you expire, renew your driving license, national passport. That is the way we are being renewed in our mind when we listen to words. Having been under the authority of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and listening to them, I did not believe that human being who is not listening to Nnamdi Kanu, who did not have the philosophy of Nnamdi Kanu, who did not believe in the methodology of Nnamdi Kanu can convince such people. These people need to be Nnamdi Kanu. The word of Nnamdi Kanu did not adopt this pen. When we talk about adoption, adoption is one. Adoption is not two. But people look at adoption like this man could not give birth. Suddenly, they get another lady, the lady took in from somebody else. Now he went and adopted that child. The same way every word when you program yourself in somebody, that is an adoption. You have adopted the person. When you program your totality of character, your being, your personality, by talking, David told Solomon, he said, my son, give heed to my words. He said, my son, give heed, give attention to my words. He said, my words are medicine. My word. Sorry, it will not exceed 10 minutes.
So, Biafrans, we are bringing what they call interior analysis. We are bringing what they call angelic gospel. You know, all of us that entered this struggle and begin to follow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we know very, very well that white people, the Britons, have been able to capture Africans because of words. Because of words. Then they use all this pastor you see in this program now they use them to demoralize the spirit of our people. They refuse to pass what they call genuine message to them. That is why you see that in Igbo land today, you will see one pastor, he will come to the village and begin to cut down all those ancient trees because of lack of genuine information. Those people, those pastors you see destroying our ancestors, those people you see that have no value over our ancestors, they are the ones you can find their likes in DOS. The people that have been following in Nnamdi Kanu for a very long time, but they never learned anything.
All the accounts we are reading, they are all Apostle Paul. He gave a definite, accurate account of what happened during the dispensation or era, during the era of the apostles. He gave it.
Yes, the camera is not clear.
Account. And who is this Apostle Paul? Apostle Paul was the person who stood, watch over them.
Yeah, my brothers and sisters, the camera is not clear. And this message has been sent to my desk for a very long time, maybe 5 days now. Whether the camera is clear or is not clear, what is important is your hearing. You are hearing, you've been seeing my face for a long time. My face doesn't have anything to do. What is important here is for you to hear the wisdom and accumulate the wisdom, put it inside you, will march forward. I will walk over the camera later. But this message, I must deliver it. That's what we are doing here now.
Stoning Stephen to death. The letter called a Stephen a martyr who died on what he believed. Peter died on what he believed. Stephen died on what he believed. He was called a martyr. And it was at the nails, at the heel of Apostle Saul then, who later became Apostle Paul, that they dropped all whatever they wore. Whatever could have been a hindrance for them not to stone Stephen to death, they drop it on the heels of Peter. The same Peter, on his way to Damascus, God arrested him. He became the same Paul, while he was Saul, on his way to Damascus, he was arrested. He later prayed, God, what do you do to my eyes? He said, my grace is sufficient. What is the grace of God? The mercy of God. He said, my mercy is sufficient. If you remember whom you are and the way you are dealing with my people, even you don't need to be alive. But since I have allowed you to have it like this, function in that level, move in that pace, my grace is sufficient. Let's come back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has this up. He has 72. Jesus Christ has 72 apostles. Now he now got of apostles. Now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have a lot of people following him, but he had DOS. DOS, they become the apostles. But DOS, some of them did not function in the class of apostle. In the class of that particular
Bear yourself a witness on the comment section.
These are the people
DOS
after
function
listening to their master, Nnamdi Kanu. Some of them did not know how to replicate what their master taught them. They are making mockery of Simon Ekpa, that he was COVID-19. He was COVID-19 member. Now, can you imagine COVID-19 member, which is not up to 2-3 years, a year to 2 years before Nnamdi Kanu was in the condition. It was him that replicated the ways of the master and understood. The Bible says a man cannot be separate out from his word. What makes a man is by what he said, and out of the abundance of the heart the man do speak. Let us cross-check.
We say that Biafra is a religion. Biafra has their own Bible. Yeah, the Biafran Bible is about to be published, and the people will preach Biafran gospel just the way they preach Christianity and the Jesus. When you hear this guy now talking, this LJ talking, you will know that this is someone that knows about religion very, very well. You will know that this guy already knows about the power of Jesus. And the same power running inside Jesus Christ is the same power running inside you as an Igbo person. The same power running inside Nnamdi Kanu as an Igbo person. That's why we say that the Biafra is a religion. And the Biafra will have their own Bible. When all these pastors start again to preach the reality, because any pastor you see in this life that is not preaching the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you should just know that the pastor is still beating around the bush. This is fact, because Nigeria can never work. It is impossible for Nigeria to work. Then tell me how Ayekinome, Adeboye, Oyedipo, Ananche, all those criminal Olympic pastors will be praying for one Nigeria, something they know that it can never work. Peter Obi now, they are bringing Peter Obi to prison. Yet these pastors, yes, daddy, all of them now, all of them have folded up their hands. But when you hear some people that knows this Bible, this guy, when he started, he said, Jesus Christ lived his own life. And when he was 30 years, then he started his own ministry. He delivered his own message. Then he returned where he come from. His message is still circulating all over the world. And whoever that is watching and whoever that is following, 555 vision believe that Jesus Christ is Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. The only problem we Africans are having is the way the pastors, the Olympic pastors, used to deliver the message to their followers. They deliver the message to their followers in their own detriment, to their own benefit. They put their hands inside your pocket to enrich themselves. They remove the wisdom inside Bible. Then they teach you what they want you to hear for you to put your hands in your pocket and put it and fill their own. That is what is happening. But to Jesus Christ, if anybody you see that is speaking against Jesus, I, Paul Onwubiko, 555 Vision, can never speak against Jesus Christ. Rather, we learn from his own ideology, using the ideology we learn from Bible to attach it with Simon Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa to make sure that the Biafra is liberated. And this guy now you see spreading this gospel of today, when you listen attentively, you will know that he knows about Christianity more than Ayekinome, more than Adeboye, more than Ananche, more than Jeremiah, more than all those criminal pastors robbing people that voted to Peter Obi. Today, all of them are running. Listen to this guy and memorize. What you can give to us is only comment, share, and like. That is the thing. Gain the knowledge. Gain the knowledge first. Then share it. Write us comment from us to learn from you.
Indices and ramification. Who is really a disciple? Who is really an apostle? Because both of them have passed the level of what? Disciple. Disciple is a member newly got into any organization. You're a disciple. But when you are trained, the information of your master has been impacted in you. You have ceased to be a disciple. Now you are now become an apostle. Now, who among these men we are seeing have lived to the expectation or class of an apostle? It is Simon Ekpa.
It is Simon Ekpa.
Because he lived by the words of his master. I think he was making expose the other time. Playing what Chika and playing what Chinasa Nworu is doing with some of his members in Kuwait. Now, did you hear them? They are based on every almost 3, 4, 5 times expose Simon Ekpa is doing. Did you hear from those audio Simon Ekpa has been replaying? Did you hear them talking about or saying what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu taught them? No. Listen very well. During the course of Simon Ekpa's exposition, did you hear anything Mazen Nnamdi Kanu taught these people? China Sanwolu, Now, Chinasa Nworu has his own disciple, people that are listening to him or he is grooming. Did you hear him talking to them based on the principles, the rudiments, all the things he heard or hear from who? Mazen Nankan? No, which means this people is not disciple. These people did not have anything to do with Mazen Nanekano. The idea for what
he asked on that leaked audio from Chinasa Nworu, he asked, did you hear Chinasa Nworu and Chike Doziem preaching anything they learned from Nnamdi Kanu? The answer is capital no. When we are with the DOS, working to make sure Nnamdi Kanu is released, working to make sure that Biafra is restored, what did they tell us? Turn your war against Simon Ekpa. That Simon Ekpa is enemy of Biafra. Simon Ekpa has come to hijack what Nnamdi Kanu has put in place. You can never hear one day from DOS and their allies, from zonal coordinator, street coordinator, down to HOD. You can never hear them say, repeat anything Nnamdi Kanu say to the benefit of Biafrans. The only thing you will hear them say is how to attack Simon Ekpa, how they have been praying, doing fasting and praying to make sure that Simon Ekpa will go to jail. They are there counting days and how many counter charges Simon Ekpa has. Chinasa Nworu says that Simon Ekpa has 18 counter charges in Finland. Is this what we came from? This is not what we come for. We came to bring an ideology on how to uplift the ideology of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the Simon Ekpa for us to get freedom. But what you can hear from DOS and their Iraqs, what you can hear from them is that Simon Ekpa leaked audio with ESN, who is telling ESN, try to make sure that everybody is safe. For that thing, for them, Simon Ekpa has done a bad job. For them, Simon Ekpa must bring to justice. For them, everything that is against the ideology of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that is what they are doing. And the people is watching and the people is listening. So we go on to listen to this angel.
they will get, not what they will offer. It was Mazen Simon Ekpa that came. I think one former president of America said, don't look for what America will do for you, but look for what we do to the United States of America. But these people is only looking for what they will eat. I have my reasons and I'm coming with it. Simon Ekpa, during the course of exposition, before these people were, before vote of no confidence was passed on them, Simon Ekpa said afterthought. Let me explain afterthought. This is where the afterthought Simon Ekpa came. That particular adjective Simon Ekpa used, afterthought. Now, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was illegally renditioned, Chinasa Nworu was saying, head we roll, head we roll, head we roll. Head we roll. At that moment, Chinasa Nworu is displaying an attribute of a disciple who suddenly didn't see his master and who did not even know what happened to his master. This is a very good role that Chinasa Nworu played. Now, Chike Doziem told us that he called Nena, that secretary, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu tweet handler then. He said, who tweeted with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on Twitter? Now, during the course of Chike Dozie explaining what happened, he said that Nena Uchenna was like putting it back to Chike Dozie, that let him not threat him. That all this, that she doesn't know what happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now, who tweeted that particular tweet? Now, how did afterthought come in here?
Afterthought.
After everything, The man that shouted, "Heads we roll," heads is no more rolling. Hey, that is afterthought, which means we did not know. They will not know. We did not know the second, the minutes, or hour, or days, or weeks, or months. This man that is shouting, "Heads we roll," suddenly withdraw his word that heads will not roll. He didn't withdraw.
Head we roll, head we roll. We'll be hearing it when we are with them. Suddenly, they turn all the war to Simon Ekpa. Suddenly, overnight, everything turned against Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa become enemy of Biafra. Up to that, the second man of Peter will be fight against Simon Ekpa. Boko Haram, Shetima, and every one of them fight against Simon Ekpa. But to DOS say that Simon Ekpa is working with Tinubu with no proof. Simon Ekpa is working with Atiku with no proof. Simon Ekpa is working with Buhari with no proof. Simon Ekpa is working with Dave Umahi with no proof. Simon Ekpa is working with George Obiozo, Hope Uzodimma with no proof. Up till today, DOS, POS has not been able to remove one single proof showing that Simon Ekpa is illegal in this struggle. Rather, what we see is that Simon Ekpa is meeting international communities everywhere all over the world. And the Simon Ekpa is the only Biafran man that has connection to European president. Ojukwu doesn't have the kind of connection which Simon Ekpa has. Owazurike doesn't have the kind of connection which Simon Ekpa has. Maazin Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike, one of Biafra, the Jesus of our time, he doesn't have the kind of connection which Simon Ekpa has in liberation of Biafra. We are 555 vision, and we are telling you, because Simon Ekpa has direct contact with the Finland president. Are you getting it? That's why Nigerian government cannot be able to arrest him, because Simon Ekpa has been protected with the Finland government. He is a good friend of the president. Nnamdi Kanu is not a friend of Boris Johnson that time. Owazurike was not a friend of Obasanjo that time. Ojukwu, no. But Simon Ekpa has direct relationship with the European president, European parliament. You understand? So, what did these people that have been doing underground job, what have they come out with? That is our question. Since how many years now you are doing underground job? All the thing that come out from that underground job is Simon Ekperima, Simon Onyoshi, Simon Ekperima, Simon Onyoshi. Nothing more. You deceive the people, and you want people like us to join you. As we are delivering this message, people are getting the kind of sense they don't have before. And as they are getting this kind of sense they don't have before, people that cannot show their face, they will drop a message. When we get to that kind of message we have to play, we will come here. Whether our pantaya is okay, is not, we will deliver the message, because Chukwu Okeabiama asked us to. We go on.
Draw it by orally saying it. He just withdraw it by action. Head is no more ruling.
Head is no more ruling.
There is a thought that came after he said, "Head we roll." That is what Simon Ekpa said. That is afterthought. That he said that it did not. He said that even people who did not know, but afterthoughts. These are where all these men we are roped into. Are afterthought. Who convinced them? Who tell them? Who tell them what they did not know before? Who convinced them? What substance did they use to convince them to not to stop on not saying again, "Yes, we roll"? Since then, action dropped. Action died. Action dropped. Nnamdi Kanu did not make mistake in choosing these people. Nnamdi Kanu choose them. The Bible says when the
Yes.
time reach, we separate what? Wheat from chaff.
From chaff. Margaret,
This
they are
man
doing
that I am
underground job.
responding to his audio, he said, this man responding to his audio, he said that Nnamdi Kanu said that Simon Ekpa will take charge, but these people did not allow Simon Ekpa to take charge. So is it that woman that went naked? I don't know what's her name again. That woman
yes,
that went naked. He said that she said that Nnamdi Kanu that they are about to have meeting. Is it 4, 5, 6, or 7 days before Nnamdi Kanu was rendition? They would have had a meeting, and in that meeting, Nnamdi Kanu would have reshuffled the office. Now that particular illegal rendition took place. Nature is separating the wheat from chaff. The same prayer Jesus Christ prayed. After praying, he told his disciples, "Come, let's go. The hour have come for the Son of God to fulfill the aim and purpose of why he came in the world." After he prayed, did we still recall or remember? After that, we are reading 150 Psalms. Psalms. I think Psalm is over 150 or 150 something. Psalms in the Bible. The songs of Samuel written by David. Now the kind of that we read it every day, one chapter, second day. Now the Psalms is 150 chapters or more or thereabout. Now we are on our 150 days.
Prosper
it was during 150 days. Now the kind of was broadcasting and saying that hour have come. Anything can happen. That there will be a lot of change. He said that come out if you know you were born. If you know that you are born for this particular movement, come out. The time. He said those who are
those who is called to restore Biafra, this is your own time to come and shine. That is it. It is Nnamdi Kanu. They ask him, Onyendu, why is it that you have millions of followers all over the world? You have the maximum movement all over the world, but you are still looking for 100 men. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says that, can I tell you that up to this day, he never gets up to 15 men. When he was saying this thing, coordinator was there, zonal coordinator was there, POS was there, zonal GOS was there. All those coordinators all over the world that formulate DOS today, all of them are there. More than 1,000 members of DOS. At least I know about 200 of them. But inside all these people, he never found 15 people. But when he prayed, he said, God, give me some people that will liberate Biafra. He said, today we will separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Then we will know the people that will bring Biafra. Then now you see what Simon Ekpa is doing. Do you think that to share international awareness is possible? Do you think that to write a document is easy? This is what we are now trying to let you know. Simon Ekpa begin to create international awareness. Begin to create international awareness everywhere. Biafran ally in exile. Everywhere. Creating all ally. Building bridges. People that will help Biafra if it comes to war. And if Simon Ekpa is the only person that stands strong within Nnamdi Kanu and say he need ammunition he can use to defend Biafra, to defend his own people. The other DOS say, did you see? Come and hear Simon Ekpa. Today, he said he need ammunition. But Russia has been building ammunition for a very long time. US has been building ammunition for a very long time. No strong country in this world that doesn't have ammunition. But the DOS say, hey, United Nations, come and hear Simon Ekpa is demanding for weapons to defend his own people. For them, it's a crime. for Simon Ekpa to be arrested. This angel, undermining that Nnamdi Kanu have preached this thing, Simon Ekpa preached this thing, media warrior preach this thing, media team preach this thing, this angel preach it in another language. That's why you see they have different kind of pastors all over the world. They are preaching one gospel, the gospel of Jesus Christ. But everybody will preach according to his own understanding. That's why when you listen to 247, he will preach according to his understanding. You will listen to Barawa, he will preach according to his understanding. When you listen to 555 Vision will preach according to how he understands it. And when I hear people who analyze this thing and they bring it the way we need it, we will bring it to the public. These are people who is reasoning like us. These are people who is reasoning like us. Let me see some people writing some comments here. You can see Clara Elijah. She is writing her own comment the way it will go. And when we go back here now and read the comment, you will see that the comment is colluding to what we are doing. The comment you write here now, Simon is the only person that can contract American senators, powerful people in Europe and leaders don't have such contact. You are right, because you bring an idea. What you have just said here now is something I am thinking. But because there are different kind of ways that will be inside me, this word will not come. But you have said it, meaning that that is the reason we are asking that people should be writing comments. When you share it, you write comments, advise people. Everybody know how to write. Nigerian people, there are things that make us to show our face in this struggle. Because when the colonial masters came, the missionary journeys came, they says that they have to teach the black people how to read and how to write, but they will not teach them how to think. And how to think is what we are trying to make sure that we make sure our people begin to know how to think. This person who delivered this message here now, somebody said that Nnamdi Kanu made a mistake. And they have been teaching this person. And finally, you will hear when the person succumbed and the person learned. Because what we are doing here is to make sure that we put the thinking faculty inside the life of the Biafrans. Because they teach you how to read the recitation of the Bible. In Hebrew recitation, you will see our people, you will see pastors, they will have all the quotation in the Bible. Whatever you ask them in the Bible, they will tell you where it is. But they don't know the reason why they write that in there. That is what they remove. We are 555 Vision. And when we are analyzing, we will be telling you what we have visualized. We are not a prophet. We can predict. We can visualize. We will predict. That is it. Because we are not some of those people who open offices to be robbing people's mind. You are getting it? They remove thinking faculty. They tell you you have to know how to read and how to write. That is what missionary journalists teach in Nigeria. You can see people, they will write a fantastic English. They will put is where it's supposed to be. They will put and where it's supposed to be. They will write it perfect. They will speak perfect English. But the same people that has been able to obtain PhD, master degree, and they graduate, they will end up serving Fulanese that doesn't even finish primary school. Because Fulanese, Usman Donfodio taught them how to think, but not how to read and write. Then you who went to school as an Igbo man, missionary journalists taught you how to read and write, but they don't teach you how to think. That's why when you go to church, you will see pastor will have all the quotation from Genesis to Revelation. They will have it in their brain, but they can never ask the reason why Moses were born, the reason why Israel entered Egypt for the very first time. That's why we are asking you, if you are a follower of 555 Vision, what you can help us to do is write comments, whatever you are thinking concerning this struggle, write it. When we get to it, it will give us knowledge to come out and give you back what you have given to us. So we listen to this angel and continue.
Mentally tough. He said, come out wherever you are, and God is going to bring you forth. If I can quote the man that made mistakes some weeks ago, if I can quote him, what's his name again? Papa Ejima. Papa Ejima said, men have joined the struggle. How did the mighty fall? It's unfortunate. The man that saw that men have joined the struggle suddenly withered away. Hey, it's really a pity.
Very big pity.
Not Simon Ekpa
You who
that
is
when
listening,
comes,
if you
there
learn
will be
any
a
kind
national
of pity,
pardon.
write
a lot
it here.
of souls will be pardoned. Those that did a lot of things, they will pardon. Look, we continue.
Yes, we must
We
go
continue
on.
in the sense.
This guy must be a member of 555 Vision.
The word of God cannot be broken. And it's unfortunate how these people broke the word of God that came out from the mouth of someone, from the mouth of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, having meeting 4 consecutive times with Yoruba people, which Koiki Media say knows exactly that he knew his disciples who have never become an apostle. He knew them.
Aye.
He knew his disciple. He knew them so well. He said that he knows 3 things regards to this movement. He said, 1, all of us know. 2nd, him and Uchemefo and other key guys. 3rd one, it is only him.
Yes.
Now, do you know why I can tell you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows every member of the OS? If you know you are a father, think deep.
It is called common sense.
You have kids. Among your kids, there are some things you have found within them. You as a father, if you look your kid very well, you must have found something. You must have said within you, this one is doing like my mother. This one is doing like my father. This one is doing like me. This one is doing this. By me doing, you now started talking about what Igbos called reincarnation. How these people reincarnate. Now, beyond that level, I'm not stopping there. Let's move from there. Some people may looking at their case, you will know that this one reincarnates from here, this one looks like here. Now this is not going on. Now when you look at your case, you know people, those among them who are academically sound. You know among them.
Clara Elijah says, if Nigerian government knows about Simon Ekpa, they will not kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, but go for Simon Ekpa first. Now it's too late. My sister, my brother, I don't know if a woman or a man, but this comment now is necessary to help you and put a little light for what you have just said. When Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting, Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu used to do audio broadcast then. After he made audio broadcast, Simon Ekpa will then come out live and begin to analyze it live with the videos. How Fulanis are entering Biafran land, how Fulanis are entering when Buhari died, how he died, and how all the borders from the north were open for the Senegambians, Mali, Chad to enter. Simon Ekpa begin to show the video. Olusegun Obasanjo says that Nigeria, after the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Obasanjo says that Nigerian government made the greatest mistake by arresting Nnamdi Kanu. That if they wanted the Biafran agitation to stop, they should have gone for Simon Ekpa, that boy in Finland, that thing in Finland, that Berima in Finland. Do you know, Elijah, this is what Obasanjo says to back you up. That is the clear evidence on why we are pleading for people to write comment, because when you write comment, you put light inside us. When we read it, maybe the kind of language we don't have, we will get it from you. We will give it back to you. So we go on again to listen to this, our brother.
Who are very wise. Tortoise look at his kids. He said that among you, who among you we learn through what happened to. He said that I think there is a way Tortoise asked that son. Okay, how many times will things happen to you that you use it to learn? This person said 3 times, this one said 2 times. This person said, well, I will use what happened to somebody else to learn. Well, he said that you are my true son. Tortoise said, you are my true son. Now, do you think when Nnamdi is with these people, these men, gentlemen, he didn't know them? He know them. He have sent some errand with money. Some of them didn't return change. He have sent some errand. Maybe he sent somebody. See what I expected this guy to say. But let us start examining these people. Let us know whether they can fit in. Let us know whether they can fit in or pass some of these tests. Regards to a great text ahead. He might be just examining these guys, watching them, testing them. He found out that none of them passed all his tests. How did you think among you, think within you? How did the man that just joined COVID-19, he just joined the movement COVID-19 2019, how did Nnamdi say that he's taking this dimension to a higher, he's taking this movement to a higher dimension, he's taking it to another level? Somebody that just joined 2019, Nnamdi said that in 2020 or 2021. He said that listen to him. There is something he know. There is something when he's talking with someone.
By their fruits, we shall know them. Listen, this is very, very simple. We came to preach Biafran gospel. We came to preach the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We are also compiling Biafran Bible. If Israel, our own brothers in the Middle East, has their own Bible, Biafra will equally have their own Bible. South America has their own. Are you getting it? By their fruits, we shall know them. This is simple. Now, this our sister, Clara Elijah, have written out something. This kind of person now, what did this person need? Maybe in Nigeria, she don't want to talk or he don't want to talk. But what he or she is writing means that you have to think concerning this kind of critical thinkers, because we are critical thinkers. We are 555 vision. We are critical thinkers. When we lay our hands on any critical thinker, we know Nnamdi Kanu is the Jesus of our time. He is a critical thinker. When he saw what Simon Ekpa is displaying, he said, this guy is bringing this struggle to a new dimension. Nnamdi Kanu is not a military. Are you getting it? Simon Ekpa is a military. He's a lawyer. Nnamdi Kanu studied something else. And Simon is a politician. Simon Ekpa has been displaying things which made Nnamdi Kanu to say, man, see this guy. He is bringing this struggle to a new dimension. He is bringing it to a new dimension with a different ideology, because Biafra is all about ideology. Biafra is not just what you can just come, you jump in and begin to do. Biafra is ideology. That's why some pastors say you cannot beat an ideology. You can only negotiate with an ideology, but you cannot be able to win an ideology. I am thanking everyone who is writing. We will go on to listen.
There are things Simon Ekpa said. There are things they discuss. There are some deep thoughts he always grabs or gets from Simon Ekpa. But the question, did Nnamdi Kanu expected to get such deep thought from some of the members, some of the class of members of the OS? He didn't. Because if he did, among them, he wouldn't have been looking for 100 men like Simon Ekpa often said. He wouldn't have been looking. He has them. That was why the other day in my audio I said, how many number of gentlemen constitute DOS? How many number of them constitute? Nobody have come up with that answer to me. For you to know, there are over 100 men. But now they kind of say he's looking for 100 men. And you don't, when Nnamdi Kanu is asking for 100 men, Nnamdi Kanu is not confused. Nnamdi Kanu must have taken a very good study. Being a historian, Nnamdi Kanu must have taken a very good study that the people that came to colonize us, they are not up to 100. Maybe they are not up to 100. When you come in contact with 100 great mind, do you know what Bible say? Bible say 1,000. He say 1,000 will chase. He say one among you will chase 10,000. One among you will chase 10,000. Do you know what it is?
Tina says, critical thinkers, not emotional thinkers, indeed. At point. Listen, we don't come here to preach you for you to like what we are doing. No. We came here to tell you what you're supposed to know. We are not comedians. You know that there are comedians that make comedy to make people fun, that make people happy. There are comedians in the pastorship. There are comedians in reverend fathers and reverend sisters. There are comedians in the politics. Pastors are also are comedians. We are not comedians. We are not here to tell you what will make you to laugh. We are not here to make you to tell you what you will like. We are here to tell you what you're supposed to know. Critical thinkers, we don't paint it. We tell you how it is because we are 555 vision. Now, this critical thinkers, Tina, he said, we are not emotional. We don't tell you for you to feel, hey, no. If you want to attack Simon Ekpa, welcome, attack him, but attack him with a point. Are you getting it? Criticism is important. You're supposed to criticize someone. Criticism, if you don't criticize any word body, that person will not know whether he's getting it right or getting it wrong. Or this one, Oga, where is our stand right now? Our stand right now, I am not Simon Ekpa. I am not Nnamdi Kanu. I am not Ojukwu. I am not Owazurike. My own is to make sure that you understand who is doing the right job. And your stand right now is to make sure you pay ESN. That is your stand. My own stand is to deliver this message, pay ESN, pay whatever, and support. This is my own stand. My own stand, I know. I am not asking for accountability like the fallen angels. No, I am not asking for accountability because I know that the money I am paying is going to the direct place where I want it to go. If I don't trust Simon Ekpa, I will not follow him. If I don't trust Nnamdi Kanu, I will not follow him. And so whatever you want to hear now is Simon Ekpa is the spokesperson of Biafra. He is building bridges. Building bridges means creating international alliance. People that will come to help when the war starts, the way forward. And as we are going, we are critical thinkers. We came to play the gospel of this angel before it's late.
Do you know the chronology? Do you know the metaphor that one? Do you understood? Do you understand what is it that one will chase 1,000? 10,000 will chase millions. Which is when now they cannot get 100 men. A person among the 100 men is chasing 10,000 people. Now multiply 10,000 by 100. You will not know the calculation, the spiritual calculation, or mass and now the kind of calculation in looking for 100 men. You know, now the kind of he understood the word of God. He is sound. Nnamdi Kanu is very sound in the things of God. He's a spiritualist. He said, anytime I am behind this microphone, where everything I speak is under the influence of Chukwudi Kabiama, by the inspiration of Chukwudi Kabiama. He didn't say anything on his own. Rather, the moment he stand before this microphone, he knew an unction came on him. He knew, he understood that he's talking to nation. Because of the way he was trained, which some of his disciples are not trained. Nnamdi Kanu trained. Nnamdi Kanu have tamed himself. He have trained himself. He knew when God speak and when God did not say. Because he have trained himself. That is the quality some of the members of the OS lack. Because they did not find themselves being trained under Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And even when the Spirit of God will be communicating to them, they will not know. Do you know what Samuel said? Samuel said, after talking to Eli understood, because these are men that are spiritually sound. He said, when the voice spoke again, say, speak, your servant here. These are how you understood men that are sound in mind. He said, speak, your servant here. If we ask ourselves, do you know how many times voice have talking to? Information have come to some of the OS members. They didn't utilize it because they did not program, they did not groan, they did not take advantage of the ways of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, some of them wanted to be career agitators. They wanted to make ends meet. They wanted to make money. They are they are all enterprises. They look at lucrative side of. They are seeing lucrative side of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
Is there any difference between DOS and the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo? Is there any difference between Ohaneze Ndi Igbo and the Eastern governors? Is there any difference between DOS and the World Igbo Congress? Is there any difference between DOS and the Igbo political representatives in Nigeria? Is there any difference between DOS and the religious criminal representatives in Nigeria? Is there any difference between DOS and the corrupt leaders in Nigeria? These are birds of the same shoulder. They came for money. We've been inside them. We know them. We know when we donate money. We know everything concerning these people. But these people, can someone tell me the differences between DOS and the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo? The same people that celebrated that Simon Ekpa was arrested. Huh? They celebrated. They are the ones which Ifeanyi Ejiofor says that he went and meet Igbo elites and has what they called critical meetings with them. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the leader of DOS. Are you getting it now? Is there any difference between DOS and the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Eastern governors, Eastern elites? Is there any difference? These are the questions you should ask yourself, and we go on.
And hey, money is coming. See money. See money. Wow, this is where we have already arrived. They arrive because they look at Nnamdi Kanu lucrative. Look at them. Look at themselves. We are agitators. Career. We are what they call it, agitators, financial agitators. Because money will be coming. It's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Nnamdi Kanu knew these people. Don't say that Nnamdi Kanu made a mistake. No. Jesus Christ did not make mistake when he chose Chief Apostles. Chief Apostles among them, it was among them that sold him. No. The Bible said that this purpose is the Son of God made manifest to destroy the works of the enemy. Whatever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through today is the way it's been destined. Whatever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through today is the way it's been destined. Do you know? It is not hard. People that geography students will agree or disagree with me that I believe from Egypt to Israel, I believe the distance is not much. I think there is a funny way people these cartoon guys are making with late Mugabe. Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe. He said that the journey they would have go, so that they do so journey. They calculated it that it was like they are very lazy. Now it doesn't take God anything just to take them from Egypt to Israel, but that particular way he took them. He really wanted to teach them a lot of things. The people that understood why they were taking that long. You see, later, you now understand why Caleb and Joshua was asked to go and look. How many people were sent to go and look for the land? 12 spies. 10 people came and gave different report. Joshua and Caleb Joshua and Caleb listened to Moses. They understood when Moses are praying a prayer. He said, God, he said that they knows the art, but God knows the way. Joshua and Caleb listened to every phrase or every word that is coming out from the mouth of Moses. And they knew that God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is with Moses. That was why when Moses told them, go and spy the land, they came, they did not give empty report. They did not give Moses a report filled or mad with fear. They gave Moses a report that they will take the land. Because when God is taking them through all those rough roads, they are seeing how God is dealing with enemies. They are seeing how God is dealing.
Let's come for what he is saying here now. If you check the map of Israel and Egypt, there is no way. Scientists have checked it all around. How can some people walk from Egypt to Israel for 40 years? Scientists say the possibility of that thing is not there. They check the way. This is until what is happening? What is really happening today as critical thinkers from 555 Vision? Simon Ekpa says, do not vote for Peter Obi. Don't come out for election. Nnamdi Kanu says, do not validate Nigeria. DOS says that the people who made it possible for Peter Obi to come is DOS. Is IPOB following DOS. That is what DOS says, Chinasa Nworu, that they made it possible. Soludo says that the members of IPOB is working with him in his own parliament, and the proof is there. Now, the same people which Nnamdi Kanu handed over, they left everything. They went and validated Soludo and made him governor. From there, Soludo selected their members. Now, it doesn't end there. They entered and begin to work for Peter Obi. Now, they validated Nigeria. The validation of Peter Obi is the thing that made Yoruba people to stand up today and begin to kill Igbo people in Nigeria, burning their shops and their belongings. It is just because you refuse to listen to Simon Ekpa. Now, the journey that would have been taken so short, now is taking long. Because if you people could listen, just like somebody who is writing here now, saying that he doesn't even have a good name. All of you need war, but you don't know that Igbo people have to fight a war, an ideological war. Nnamdi Kanu went to Israel when he came out. He went to Israel. Israeli government told Nnamdi Kanu after Operation Python 1 or Python Dance that killed 28 people with the dog Jack. Israel told Nnamdi Kanu, go and declare Biafra. We will bring our ammunition to fight, to defend you. Nnamdi Kanu told Israeli government, Netanyahu, he says, he is not going to declare Biafra for you to bring your ammunition. He will use microphone to destroy Nigeria. He will destroy Nigeria with truth. After destroying Nigeria with the truth, in that Israel, that was where he stood and he prayed to Elohim. He said, Elohim, I need people who will come to fight. And Elohim told him, I will give you people. And he sent Simon Ekpa. How does Simon Ekpa came? Simon Ekpa came because he went to Germany to celebrate New Year festival. From there, Chukwu Okike Abiama, the spirit of Biafra, arrested him. That is how Simon Ekpa has been submitted to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now, everywhere in Nigeria now knows that Igbo people have been rejected. Northern people doesn't need Igbos. They told them to go. In the south, Lagos, it is happening right in front of me and you. It's no more story. Because they told the Igbo people, go back and build your own nation. You refuse. Don't vote to P2B, you refuse. Now the journey have to extend. The OS now is there fighting only Simon Ekpa. They are not contributing anything to the benefit of Biafrans. They are just there fighting Simon Ekpa. They have their own recruitment. Some in Italy, some in South Africa, some in Austria, some in Turkey, some in different places. They have, what is their topic? Their topic is go and fight Simon Ekpa. They offered me to fight Simon Ekpa as well. I told them, no, I will not fight Simon Ekpa because I have not seen anything wrong he has done. And for this reason, we will go on and continue this gospel from Angel.
Dealing with people who assume that they are kings, that you don't deal with them. When they came to Jericho, it was only 7 times they go through Jericho 4. They made their way. They move. These are the people, you see, where these people listen to Moses so much. Ask yourself question. What some of the DOS members are doing today, did they really listen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu when he say nobody, anytime you are partnering with our enemy, you have compromised? The question, have DOS compromised their faith? Have they worked with the enemy? There was a rumor then that China Samuel, there was a time he was in Nigeria. There was a time this man in Ghana, what's his name? Powerful, or more powerful, what they call him. There was when he came to bury his in-law. Now there was a time Chike Dozie was in Nigeria, which means they have started romancing with what? With the adversary. Those things didn't deter Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu know who he is, and he knew whom those people is. The word of God must be fulfilled. Getting Biafra is not a child's play. Do you know what is Biafra? the 3 years existing nation that the whole world, according to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the whole world left all their differences to fight against this new nation. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that by then, before the war, before civil war started, that is Egypt and Britain, Russia and Britain, they are in a cold war. How suddenly did they leave their differences to
listen to what this guy is saying. This is not my own. If I give you my own analysis, why Biafra cannot be declared just the way you are imagining it? Biafra is the last miracle on this planet Earth. Biafra has been existing more than 5,000 years ago. Biafra has been in existence. Why does that kingdom fall? Biafra is not what you can just get up one morning, you say, okay, come and declare. USSR, Russia, and Britain have been on war, Cold War, that time. But today we are able to change their differences, settle their differences. When Queen Elizabeth, that one that died last year, Queen Elizabeth visited Russia, he told them, listen, me and you, Enyi, if they leave us to be free, that we have the power to rule this world, then Russia, USSR, then they back down their ammunition under Cold War with Britain. They joined Britain and every other people that fight Biafra. Biafra, see the territory of Biafra that lasted the war lasted for more than 3 years. Do you imagine? This is not what you can just come up and declare. We must let the world know that when Biafra is declared, peace will come back to this universe, as it is written in the book of Revelation, that when the kingdom of God on this planet Earth is being restored, peace will come back to this universe, and that peace will last for 10,000 years. When the New Jerusalem will be built, and this New Jerusalem is Biafra. So you can't just come up and declare Biafra. Russia has been in war with Britain. A different kind of war has been going on that time. Go and read the history of war. Biafran war will be the list you will see, because they know whom you are. Enyi. They know whom we are. They know who is in Nnamdi Kanu. They know who is in Simon Ekpa. They know who is Ojukwu. They know who is Owazurike. They know all these things. They are afraid of me and you turning them to become slaves. But now they are now understanding that the Igbo people are the only people that want to live peaceful in this world that has not conquered anyone. Are you getting it? So we have more work to do. My brother, we have more work to do. So we go on and listen to this guy. I have just given you a little of my own as a critical thinker under 555 vision. Listen to this guy, what he will tell you.
Unite and fight against Biafra.
They unite.
Ask yourself a question. Therefore, to get a Biafra is not a child's play.
It's not a child's play.
But let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu said, on that word, Karabos Kabradiga. Nnamdi Kanu said, on this word, he said behind this microphone that Biafra must come. If Biafra did not come, he said, let everything on this particular Nigeria
finish,
get deserted. Biafra will come. Biafra will come. According to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu.
And write something if you have learned something. Write something now.
First of the air did not mean after Biafra come the whole world crumble, the whole world. No. It will be a miracle that the whole world will marvel. Guinness Book of Record will register another landmark. Another landmark and landslide record. Biafra finally became a nation. On that we will celebrate, we will rejoice in Biafra land. Karabo Satalende. I am not making it. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said, anytime he is behind this microphone, whatever he said is by the inspiration of the Spirit. It's not a child's play.
Biafra is a spirit.
From the Spirit.
Inspiration.
Before he was rendition, he have already made statement the way Jesus Christ made during his 3 years ministry before he died and resurrected and went back to where he came from, because he's a word of God made manifest. Nnamdi Kanu came, the Lord of the Savior of our dispensation,
the Jesus of our time.
The same unction, the same anointing was on him. He released it during that particular course. He was rendition. Nigeria thought that stopping or kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu will stop the agitation. Without the design, spiritually designed that it be so, someone what we go through. If everything is designed the way it's designed spiritually, none of us will escape it. But after everything, Biafra will come. And everybody will come back alive in the same land and rejoice. Nnamdi Kanu, till the least, all of us will rejoice in the same land of Biafra. Therefore, the topic of the world today, adoption. How are we being adopted? We are adopted by the reason of, some people, this particular topic, some people will be looking at this, that the kind was adopted. Is it not the adoption? Yes, that is wrong adoption. The right adoption is you communicating all you have. When you impact it in somebody, you have adopted that person. Now the Kanu did not adopt.
My brothers who is watching, who is following, who is writing comments, may God bless you. Do you hear what he says? He said adoption means that when you bring your own idea and you have been able to sell that idea, you have been able to adopt that person. Like some people here now, save the generation, people are adopting me because they are selling their own idea. This guy is an angel because I don't know him. I can also say, yes, I can even mention name of someone here. I can mention Pedro Isaac. I don't know, but I get this audio, but this audio I can't do without pushing it away for people to understand. Jesus Christ has succeeded in selling his idea. Abraham succeeded in selling his idea. Isaac, Jacob succeeded in selling their own idea. Oyedipo, all these criminal pastors you see in Nigeria, Suleiman, Adeboye, all of them succeeded in selling their idea. That's how they get the followers. Nnamdi Kanu adopted the same strategy and begin to sell his own idea. And he called Chukwu Kikabiama to bless the words of his mouth. Okwe meraru obinyere anyị. God created this world with the words of the mouth, voice of the mouth. He created this world. That's why they say, do not speak, do not use the word of your mouth anyhow. Do you see everything you are doing in this Biafran struggle is being registered? Some people says in South Africa, they says, instead Simon Ekpa will bring Biafra, is better that every Igbo man is dead. Instead Simon Ekpa will bring Biafra, is better for Igbo people to turn to slave. And you see them walking towards that level. Some people says, instead Simon Ekpa will bring Biafra in Kuwait, they will die, they will finish. These are words they are walking to, but we will say, instead you will destroy Simon Ekpa. We will uplift him. When we are there with the DOS, we told them, you say you will bring Simon Ekpa down. We say, okay, you said you will bring him down. We will bring him up. And Simon Ekpa is up today because of the words of our mouth. This guy now has just said the reason of adoption. Adoption is when you have been able to sell your own idea to some people. Ejima, this I want you to write if you have learned something in this Biafran agitation. This Biafran agitation is not what you can just get up one morning. You say, I am declaring Biafra. You can't. If you do it, they will finish you. Nobody will ask who killed you. Igbo man is the only person you can kill in this present world today. Nobody will ask you why you kill that person. Only Igbo man. Igbo man, before, the life of Igbo man is more valuable than whatever you can imagine. But today, the life of Igbo man have been reduced. Because of what? They failed to hearken to the word of the prophet Nnamdi Kanu. They failed to hearken to the word of prophet Nnamdi Kanu, the Jesus of our time. They failed to hearken to the word of Simon Ekpa, which is the apostle. This angel here say Simon has passed the level of a disciple, that Simon is an apostle. Simon is not a disciple. Simon is an apostle. That Igbo people life has been devalued when Ohaneze Ndi Igbo placed $50,000 to anybody that will assassinate Simon Ekpa. But the net worth of Simon Ekpa is more than $5 million. Yeah, you getting it? More than $5 million, his net worth in Google. But Johannes Ndibo and DOS devalued Simon Ekpa and placed the head of Simon Ekpa to $50,000. Later, they increased it to $100,000. $100,000, just the kind of money you can maybe meet somehow and spend it in a bar. That is the level how Igbo people's life has been reduced. Today, you can kill anybody, any Igbo person in Nigeria. Nobody will ask you, why do you kill that person? Because the life of Igbo person have been reduced. The former governor of Anambra State, William Obiano, he says, if Fulanis kill Igbo person, that the family of the person should come and collect 500,000 naira. But if Igbo people kill the cow of Fulanis, the family of the cow from Fulani people should come and collect 500,000 naira. How many people knows about this? That means you can kill Igbo person and you bring 500,000 naira and on the exchange to the head of that person, that Igbo person. That is how the life of Igbo person have been reduced. They can kill Igbo man in Lagos. They can kill him in Kanu. They can kill him in Abuja. They can kill him anywhere in Nigeria and in African. Do not permit this thing to go to African, circulate to Africa. They can be killing Igbo people anywhere. They have reduced the life of Igbo people. That's why when you kill Igbo man today, nobody will ask you question. They will say, minus. You people knows about when coronavirus came. You people knows about different kind of sicknesses they bring to Africa just for the population of human being. Today, they want to depopulate the race of Igbo for Fulanis to take over that land. And when you kill Igbo man today, nobody asks you why do you kill that person. Do you know why? Because they refuse the gospel of Nnamdi Kanu. They refuse the ideology of Simon Ekpa. They refuse the dimension which Nnamdi Kanu asked us to follow. They say they will follow Peter Obi. And they will go and listen to this guy.
His DOS. The DOA didn't allow the word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to adopt them, for them to become Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Simon Ekpa allows himself immediately. He opens his heart. The Bible says, open your heart, that information will flood. Information frauds.
Open your heart. Write a reasonable comment. Give us something. Somebody have said something here. Save generation. Said something here. Biafra is the kingdom of God on this planet Earth. And the Biafra is the last miracle that will happen in this universe. Go and tell pastors. There is nothing you can do without preaching for Biafra. There is nothing Adeboye can do without preaching for Biafra. Anyway, Adeboye might be one of the Fulani descendants. Or Yedebo might be Fulani descendants. All this is Suleiman, there might be Fulani descendants. But the worst disgrace Igbo people ever receive in this generation is P2B. Are you getting it? We go on.
Did not be pregnant a woman to give birth to Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa has a biological father and mother. But Simon Ekpa become an adopted son of Nnamdi Kanu by the reason of his philosophy, by the reason of his teaching, by the reason of his belief. He believed what Nnamdi Kanu believed. Before now, Simon Ekpa said that he was
thank you. God is doing wonderful. It's not by our power.
Yam Festival in Germany. You see, when you are looking at Simon Ekpa, you can attest that it is not a wrong move. Let me explain. Simon Ekpa is not a wrong move.
At all.
I believe everybody said to journey along with me. Yes, thank you very much. The way everybody dropped his garments on the hill of Saul, they now stoned Stephen to death. Was the same way Simon Ekpa was witnessing what happened in Germany. They were beating Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa said that he was grieved by what they did to Ekpa. By then, Simon Ekpa had not given heed to the message or topics of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Listen and listen attentively. Simon Ekpa said he witnessed the beating. He is not happy. He was like, why did they beat this man? Why are they against this man? Why did they tear his clothes? Why this abuse or this soggy attitude? Simon Ekpa did not know that the same template, the same thing that happened to Saul, witnessing how they deal with Stephen. Immediately they killed Stephen. Paul now completed the work Stephen would have done, because Stephen died as a martyr. Simon Ekpa haven't watched and got angry how they are dealing with this one Nigeria. He now turned to do the work that is against the same one Nigeria. Simon Ekpa.
That's funny, no?
Simon Ekpa.
Listen, this history, why we are telling you, and viewers, please, if you have not subscribed to 555 Vision, please try to do so. And if you have subscribed, turn on the notification button so that when we come online, you will be able to be notified that we are here. Check the day Simon Ekpa. We are following history. We are following history. Check it from the day Simon Ekpa come to this timeline of Biafra. The day of Ekwere beat up. Ekwere is in England now, serving jail for kidney transplanting. Simon Ekpa is the only person that stood up and say, condemn the activity of IPOBs by beating Ekwere, a man of age, a man who represents the multitude. Simon said, but why should you people do such a thing? Ndi Nzama is using that video till today to criticize him. Are you getting it? But Simon Ekpa, after doing that thing, Simon Ekpa said, no, this thing is not good. Nnamdi Kanu should come and place apology for what his voice has done. Then information then get to Simon Ekpa. Listen to Nnamdi Kanu first before you come and talk. Simon Ekpa, somebody here says that when Simon Ekpa entered in 2019, that he listened to Simon Ekpa. I also listened to Simon Ekpa, the first broadcast of Simon Ekpa, the second broadcast of Simon Ekpa. I watched it. I say, when I see this guy in this movement, I know that Biafra has come. Simon Ekpa began to fight. Then he went and listened to the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans, do you know what? Simon Ekpa has predicted Biafra in 2009. He predicted Biafra in 2009. That time, Nnamdi Kanu is still under Owazurike. When Simon Ekpa predicted Biafra, that if Nigeria continue to go like this, that the Biafran movement will emerge. But what is happening, every one of us that have been called to restore Biafra, we are waiting for the Messiah to speak out. The Messiah is in Nnamdi Kanu. We are waiting for him to voice out. Then when the lion, the big lion, voiced out, everyone, all the sleeping lions, which is everybody here and everybody that we share, everybody that is listening, everybody that is understanding what is really going on. When the big lions shout, all the sleeping lions awake. When the sleeping lions awake, then the information, the sleeping lions begin to say, we heard now the voice of our master, which is in Nnamdi Kanu. The voice of our master is ringing. We heard him. Where is him? Who is him? Where is him? That is exactly what happened. Do you know why I am disappointed on Benjamin Madibugu? Benjamin Madibugu made a video the day he came out from Kuje prison, when they arrested him and then Nnamdi Kanu for the first time. Immediately he came out. Benjamin Madibugu made a video that went viral. In that video, Benjamin Madibugu says that the Nigerian government made the greatest mistake by laying their hands on Nnamdi Kanu. Then he says, now they have wakened the sleeping lion. That this generation, these lions that are awake, can never go back to sleep until they get what they will eat. That's why I say any angonangwo nanko nabia. The Simon Ekpa I am following is a strategic man. Simon Ekpa I am following is a strategic man. And if Simon Ekpa is not a strategic man, 555 Vision will not follow him. I will not follow anybody that doesn't have an ideology. We will not follow anybody that say, okay, let's go and kill. You will not calculate how to kill. You will just jump up and say, Ojioso abakurogo, amaro nogo bong. Are you getting it? He who run after the war doesn't know that the war is dead. If Simon Ekpa is not a strategic man, who do think, who do calculate, who used to do 1 + 1 before he count 2, I will not follow him. I will not follow, like when GOS say, come, Paul Ongbiko, come, you have to go and fight Simon Ekpa. We ask them, what have Simon Ekpa done against you? If you are not strategic, we will not follow you. If Simon Ekpa declare Biafra just the way some people, Biafra will not come. Asari Dokubo declare the Biafra. Uche Mefo declare the Biafra. Different kind of people will declare Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu say, do you expect me to just come up and declare Biafra? This message is for you. Do you expect me to declare Biafra? No, I will not declare Biafra until my information is circulated to our people. When the information circulates to our people, when this information integrates very, very deep inside our people, then he will declare Biafra. Then everybody will know that war is coming. What is the message of Simon Ekpa? Simon Ekpa says, any day he will organize a protest in Biafran land. He will make sure that the Biafran Liberation Army is ready to defend any protest. Any day he will declare Biafra. He will make sure that even Nnamdi Kanu made the same statement. Nnamdi Kanu says, when Asade Dokubo declared Biafra before, he says that the day he will declare Biafra, he will make sure that no flight will pass our surface. That we will have all equipment, that any flight will pass in the surface of Biafra will be bring down. Any flight that will cross without permission, we will have things to bring it down. And the Simon Ekpa come out and say he is asking international communities, anybody that is willing to support this movement with the ammunition, that he needs ammunition. Then why do you think that he will just come up and declare Biafra? How much have you donated to ESN? How much have you contributed to this movement? How equipped are you as a person? Have you mobilized your own personal family? Your own personal family, the family you come from, are they now ready for you to send you to this war? When you are able to hold on your own personal family, your family will hold their extended family. Extended family will hold their community. The community will then hold the local government. Local government will then hold the state. Every state will be mobilized, knowing very, very well that the Biafra is now coming by fire, by force. Then Nnamdi Kanu will declare Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSA dungeon. He can stay in the DSA dungeon and give order to his spokesperson, Simon Ekpa, and say, declare Biafra. Now we have everything we need to declare Biafra. Did you see DOS? Their own YouTube is functioning. Their Facebook is functioning. But the Simon Ekpa showed all the dead bodies being killed in Biafran land. YouTube backed it down. And what happened? He created another platform, which he is using now to spread this information, because Biafra of Ojukwu was defeated because of lack of information. Nnamdi Kanu, when he was here with us, YouTube used to lock him up. Facebook used to lock him up. He teamed up with Simon Ekpa and they build a telecommunication which he will be using to deliver information before his rendition. Simon Ekpa came. He said that they have a telecommunication which Nnamdi Kanu gave him money to build. But since he is not here, that telecommunication will be there until Nnamdi Kanu come out and they launch it. But he has his own, which he will be using. If Facebook will block him, he has his own, which is Enter Biafra. We are using now today to pass this information. Are you getting it? These are kind of preparation we need. We have Biafran government in exile. These are the things we need. We need social amenities. We need periodicals. We need newspapers that will be carrying our news. When the war starts, social newspapers will be spreading the news that the whole world will know that there is war in Biafran land. It will not be a hidden thing again. But what is good in all that is happening, those people who believe that their wealth in Lagos, in Kaduna, in Jos, in Kano, will save them. They have seen now that the Fulani can give order to Yorubas to go and burn those places. Today, they don't have option than to support this movement. Because in the Bible, they told Noah, don't look back. If you look back, you will turn to salt. The wife of Lot, the wife of Lot look back and become mold of salt. Those people in Lagos, they are looking after their own weight. That's why they don't want to support Biafra. Ojo Zokalu say he can never support Biafra because he has properties all over Nigeria. All the people that you see that team up to arresting Nnamdi Kanu, all of them team up and arresting Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that arresting Nnamdi Kanu or sabotaging Nnamdi Kanu will allow them to have access to their own properties out of Biafran land. They are looking back like the wife of Lot. They are looking back to the things they have in Lagos. But today, it has been open. The Igbo of Igbo of Lagos State. Today, the governor of Lagos State now have cancelled anything like Eze Igbo in Lagos. That one now has been terminated. But you as an Igbo man, why should you go to another man's land and become Eze of Lagos? You say it's a no man land, but you go there, you say you are Eze Igbo in Lagos. Go back to your home. And if all this thing does not happen, those people in Lagos will not be able to listen to what we are doing. And that is why we are creating this awareness, creating this gospel, passing this gospel for every other person to understand. And as we are preaching, we are going on again.
It's not a mistake. He came.
It's not a mistake.
At the right time.
Simon come at the right time.
He came at the right time. He is not a mistake. Simon Ekpa has been programmed for such a time as this. Simon Ekpa has been programmed. Simon Ekpa has been prepared, programmed. He has been taken care of for such a time as this. Like the culture of Edo people. The way that is what I heard. I don't know. It's somebody I'm still to be corrected, that the living king or the living Oba will not see who will become the successor, his successor. So that the moment that child is given birth, they take him off from his father's side. The successor of that throne, his father will not see him. There are culture in this world, though. But I don't know how true it is that in Benin, that any successor, anybody that is going to succeed his father to become one, but that his father doesn't see him. His father doesn't see him. He will be taken off the father's side, and he will be groomed and trained till the death. After the death of the man, he will now come and succeed the man. Yeah. The way that particular son, who is not going to come close to his father, he will be trained, he will be tutored, he will be cultured, he will be disciplined with all the ceremonies of the traditions and culture of Benin lineage. He didn't see his father, but he will be trained. Somebody Ekpa just joined this movement not quite a year plus or 2 years before Nanekano was illegally rendition, which means he had been programmed before now. He's a masterpiece. He has been programmed. He has been trained. He has been nurtured somewhere for this aim and purpose. He did not know, but when the time came, there was a man that said that in Africa there are not much people is it Milo in America? He's a Nigerian Biafran. So that some of the previous agitators or currently, not much number of them have contacts with some dignitaries of European war there.
Are you understanding?
That Simon Ekpa has it. Do we know that this man in question, Simon Ekpa, will come today in this particular movement? When he was making his way, building his way, building his political CV, did he know that there will be such a time as this? He was just building a political CV, building it, doing everything to build his CV, political CV. Did he know that he will be useful for this particular job? Look at his contact. Did you hear what Lai Mohammed said the other day? So that Western world should stop giving credence to what IPOB is doing. Who does that? Who do you think who do you think that some of the Western world are listening to? Western media, this is almost for something media houses hook to his channel or to his program, which means some European world, some Western world have started giving credence. That was why Lai Mohammed said it.
Yeah. We says, we are critical thinkers. We are 555 vision. And all the people that is following us, both in Facebook and YouTube, they know that when we come here, we think critical. You are also a motivator and a critical thinker. Do you know, since you are dealing with a critical thinker, you have to know exactly what we are doing here. Listen, Simon Ekpa is the only Biafran that has connection to a president that can take his phone and they call a president, that can say a president, come, let us go for coffee. The president will give time, they will go for coffee. Do you know what it means? And this is what this angel says here, that Lai Mohammed says that Western world should not be giving credit to Biafran agitators. Why did he say this in this our own time? The same thing they did when Nnamdi Kanu gathered the momentum all over the world. The same thing they did when Nnamdi Kanu gathered the momentum up to Papua New Guinea, Bayagua, everywhere in this world there is IPOB. Even the people of Haiti, they begin to form IPOB because they are Igbo people sent to America as a slave. When slavery trade stopped, they dumped them in Haiti. They are the black people suffering most in South America today in Haiti. The time when Nnamdi Kanu was preaching, how many people is bearing me witness here? His teaching went to Argentina. That time you came to understand that there are black, Argentina has original black people, just like Colombia. The teaching of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was what Argentina was using that time to teach those black Argentinians that time. The message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gathered the momentum all over the world. Then they join up and team up with Ejiofor and everything. Then they kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. Now, Simon Ekpa now begin to pull out the same momentum. Which people is the people fighting Simon Ekpa? Do you know the kind of suffering Simon Ekpa is suffering? You can classify it to be more greater than the one Nnamdi Kanu suffered, because the people who is fighting Simon Ekpa are the same people who came to fight for exactly the same thing Simon is fighting. The people who fought against Nnamdi Kanu are the people who believe in one Nigeria. Are you people getting it now? If anybody can write, can build up a comment here, it will be good. DOS believed they want to sell an image that they are fighting for Biafra using the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The people who fought against Nnamdi Kanu are the people who believe in one Nigeria. But the people who is fighting Simon Ekpa are the people who say they are Biafrans. That is why the thing is very, very critical. Ogodenolo. Perikoma sing his own song. He said, Iro Kanolo, Iro Kanono Kanjo. Yeah, the war at home, enemy at home is worse than whatever you can imagine. Whenever you are fighting inside war, intimate war, everybody should have mercy on Simon Ekpa, I'm telling you. Because Simon Ekpa is fighting. The same people he came to protect is the people who is fighting him. You know the no law. It's just like when you are now fighting with your elder brother at home, or fighting with your younger brother at home. You kill your younger brother, the enemy will then take advantage of your father's land. You kill your elder brother, the enemy will take advantage of you. Do you think that if Simon Ekpa is concentrating only in fighting Nigeria, any Nnamdi Kanu would have been out? Your daughter must have seen Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting it? The only step back we are having is DOS dedicate their time. They say they will bring Simon Ekpa down. Simon Ekpa have all the contact to make Biafra come tomorrow. But inside war, intimate war, indoor war is very, very bad. That is the thing holding us. And someone even come out after Ohaneze Ndi Igbo place bounty and everything. Someone say, come together. Let us come together like Ukwaisa. Let us come together like Ukwaisa and move. Let us go and destroy Nigeria according to the direction of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But the OS is doing fasting and praying to make sure that Simon Ekpa go down. Are you getting it? So when you want to compare the people that has contact, you can't Simon Ekpa as number one. You can see the video flying everywhere. He is a politician in Europe. Ask those DOS living in Europe, how many of them can come out and do video? None of them. All of them are hiding. Not even to become a parliament member. Decision makers in Europe. Down to having a contact with a president that you can talk to a president, or you gather white people and tell them, this is what I want. I need ammunition to defend my people. They will not slap you. They will not arrest you straight away. Are you getting it? That is exactly what is happening between DOS and Simon Ekpa. Let us hear this, our angel, before we return again. We will return again this evening.
It is not easy. The Bible says not by our academical prowess. It's not because of our intelligence. It's not because of our this and that, but by the Spirit, says the Lord. It's by the Spirit. All things are working together for good. Peter Obi said something. Peter Obi, why he was in Apoga? He said that there is a kind of political CV or political class he wants to build, and if being in Apoga to build that particular class will be like somebody using leg to go to London. that it's better he moved to a higher political party where he intends to build his political career the way he wants to build it. Peter Obi left Apoga because of building a political career. From Apoga to PDP, from PDP to Labour. He wanted to build a political career. But he said that using Apoga as a party is like using leg to go to London. Let him move to a bigger political party. That is venture. That is venture. That is his own way of innovation. Innovative. Very good. But Simon Ekpa, while he was building, he did not even know that he is building his political career for a bigger task. Because you talking about one Nigeria while Igbos are going through all these things. Not everybody will be happy with it. But you talk about Biafra, where all nook and cranny, every sundry in Igbo land will be happy. Even other people outside. Because Ojukwu said, if Africa died in Biafra, Africa will resurrect in Biafra. Which means anybody that inspired to build, to contribute in making Biafra independent is better than someone who is inspiring to big Nigeria or making Nigeria a better place for all of us. Because Abuja 89 declaration, according to Simon Ekpa, did not accommodate us. But for anyone that is building Biafra, which means you are building to save Africa as a world. And Simon Ekpa did not know when he was doing all these things. But one thing is very clear. He tapped into the word. He believed the word of his master. He accepted the word of his master. And he's working with the word of his master. The Bible says, my word is light. My word is life. My word is spirit. It is only through word that somebody can be adopted. Simon Ekpa was adopted into the kingship by reason of words. That is the difference with some of the DOS. They weren't adopted into the system, but they were adopted into Nigeria. And some of us...
I didn't say it.
What Nigeria stands for.
People who see the same thing we saw.
Later, but for me, I will call a made geographical clinical. It's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
We are unstoppable. We cannot be stopped. Therefore, MNK did not make mistake in choosing these people. But these people have already served their aim and purpose of coming. And if you think you can get Biafra easily, it is not easy. These people have did their work, that they are with the head of Biafra, and they are now against Biafra. DOS are with they are with the head of Biafra.
Good one.
So, my fellow Biafrans,
working with the head of Biafra. Now they are now compacting, or now they are sabotaging for that particular thing that will make Biafra come. Don't you see their work? They have fully exercised their work. For you to know that that road is not soft. Bible talk about the road is narrow. The road is very rough. For you to see the roughness of the road for you to get to Biafra. But we thank God that Simon Ekpa came at the right time. The way he's doing things, he's building courage, hope, confidence, and dismantling fear, and build courage in us by his position and what he's doing. We stop so far. Thank you so much, sir. I believe I have given credence. I have cream. I equally have buttressed some of the points you made previously. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Simon.
Yeah. Chukwuka did the Agondoria. I thank you, all lovers of freedom. External message to you, and will defeat the entire enemies. Yes, thank you, Biafrans. You know what? We are 555 vision. We don't look people's face. We don't preach emotional message. We preach the reality. We don't preach for you to like it. We preach for you to understand. We are not preaching, we are not telling you not to assault Simon, or don't to insult Simon, or don't to criticize Simon. No, 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 no. But if you criticize Simon, count it as what you did, because what you do is what you will be used to be remembered. This is the thing. And since you have taken oath that you will bring Simon Ekpa down, we have taken oath that we lift him up, and we are doing our job. And we believe that lifting Simon Ekpa up is lifting Nnamdi Kanu up. Lifting Nnamdi Kanu up is lifting Wazurike and the Ojukwu up, and also lifting Biafra up. That is our belief. When we talk about Wazurike before, some people will say, hey, why should you talk about Wazurike? When it's long time, I say, look, there is no way you can count Biafran race without adding Wazurike there, no matter what he did. But this K Orie Afo Nkwo, Ojukwu, Wazurike, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, we are not going to miss target. And what are we doing? We are calling on all the evangelists, all the deacon, all the deaconesses, all the pastors, all the reverend fathers, all those people, all the pastors, all those people that say their God told them. If God have not told you how to preach Biafra, you should know you have not started listening to God. Pastor, copy this area and send to any pastor you know. If God, as you as a black ass man, you as a black man, you find yourself as a black man in this surface of earth, be you TDJSU, be you Ayekinome, be you Oyedepo, be you anything you are doing, saying that you are representing God in this world, in this planet earth. If you are not preaching Biafra, you should know that you heard negative. What you heard is negative, because Jesus Christ prayed and he said, oh Lord, let thy kingdom come. And you believe that you can listen to God, you can preach the gospel of Jesus Christ without praying the prayer of Jesus Christ, where he says, oh Lord, let thy kingdom come. You as a pastor, if you never found way to preach Biafra, if you never found way to preach the gospel of Nnamdi Kanu, if you never found way to support the ideology and new dimension of Simon Ekpa, you should go and ask the person who sent you to preach the gospel of Christianity. Because without Biafra, Christianity is gone. Without Nnamdi Kanu, Christianity is gone. Without supporting Simon Ekpa, who is here now, Christianity is gone. The template of the Fulanis in Nigeria is waiting for you pastors, because all your churches, you people will begin to pay to work as a worker in the church. When church finish, every month they will take all the money that come to the church. They will pay you salary if you want to work inside church. That is ideology of Fulanis. If you people don't know, the reason we come to join this struggle, because with Jesus we know. But to you, Ayekinome is the most hypocrite pastor you can ever see in this world. Ayekinome. Others can talk, but Ayekinome, the most hypocrite you can. 555 vision is saying it openly and wide and clear. Ayekinome, are you getting it? And we are telling you goodbye for now. We will return again this evening. Today we are celebrating Easter, the holiday. We are at home. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, Biafran 555 Vision, try to subscribe. Biafran Gospel and the Bible. We have come to preach Biafran Gospel. We have come to preach Biafra as a gospel. We have come to preach the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the way you pastors are preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. But remember, Jesus Christ is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Through him and in him. Without him, there is no date. Are you getting it? Without him, there is no date. You cannot have date. There is no AC. There is no BC. Before Christ and after Christ. So whoever that is attacking Jesus Christ, you should ask yourself a double question. You can attack those people who is misleading people by passing wrong information concerning Jesus, but not Jesus himself. Jesus himself, we know. We know his gospel. Are you getting it? And we know how mighty and powerful he is. And nobody will take Jesus away from me or try to put me in another way or in another dimension. I know the road I'm following. Are you getting it? But you see these pastors whom missionary journeys used, and they tell you that when Fulani burn your market, you do not stand up. These are the people, they say, when they slap you here, turn here. These are the people they are using. We are 555 Vision. We say thank you. Biafran, Christina, Biafran son, thank you. Thank you. We will return again. We will return. Let us take some water. We will return again. Thank you, all of us of freedom.